what's up, rock stars? It's Rox, and I'm coming to you today with a review for Love and Hip Hop Hollywood, Season 6, Episode 15. You guys, I am in a blah mood. I'm tired of not being able to put my makeup on. I'm tired of looking at my bland fucking face in this camera. When I edit, it bothers me. I miss my lashes. Okay, I don't feel like myself. I know it sounds very trivial. And we just gonna start it off like this, you guys. It sounds trivial, but certain things just bring me happiness, and being able to groom myself and get, wear my makeup and my lashes and have my hair, my nails, and my feet done. All those things bring me joy. And when I can't get my lashes done, I don't even feel like and I can't really put makeup on. I don't even feel like doing nothing else. Okay, as far as my look, I'm not saying I be wanting to stay in the bed and all that. No, I'm talking about my look. Like, it's not complete. It's just like being fully dressed and real nice and your hair fucked up, so it's just like, it don't feel, anyway, you guys, I'm sorry I'm starting off complaining. I'm just tired. And if this eyelid situation, I'm so over it. I'm just over it. Right now, like, I don't think there's anything there. I haven't been wearing makeup. Then it'll come back. I don't even know what the fuck it's from. So anyway, I didn't say all that for you guys to be like, oh, Roxanne, you still look fine. Don't do none of that, please. I'm just saying. A bitch is annoyed today. Excuse me, you guys. Anyway, the review, the show, this needs to be done. I think next week is the finale. The review, you guys. Let's get to it, shall we? All right, you guys, so let's start with K. Michelle. So she's back in Atlanta, and she is meeting with these three guys who are producers and writers. She says they worked with all the big names, and they are her go-to people when she needs to turn out a hit, when she needs good advice about music, anything. Those are the ones that she relies on. I'm sorry, I didn't get their names. So she's working on her country album, and she's talking to them about how difficult it is for her. She's like, I can't do country in LA. Okay, yeah, LA don't give you that country vibe at all. And I don't really know how too much of Atlanta would give you that vibe. Seems like you would need to be in Tennessee, like one of the other guys said. Nashville is where it happens. It just seems like you would get all of the vibe that you would need if you was actually in the environment. And plus, isn't she from Tennessee? So that seems like that would be a no-brainer. But, they're telling her how it's going to be difficult. You a black woman, you got 2 strikes against you already. Okay, and I said they left out that third strike that she's K. Michelle. And I don't mean that shadily, but you guys know K. Michelle's attitude, that's a whole lot for anybody to swallow. I can't imagine trying to break in to a new genre and them having to deal with the K. Michelle-isms that makes her up. Yeah, she's got a lot that she's got to work against, but she's coming back to the South. She's coming back to Atlanta, and she's going to be working on her music. She said that she is up to the challenge, as a black woman. We always feel like we make the waves out there and then people take notice. So she's okay with the title, and she just wants to break down the barriers. I mean, more power to her. I would hope that she would be successful. I think that she has a good country voice album, a good country voice. Yeah, we'll see how it goes there. Okay. Now, since I told you she's in Atlanta, I guess the baby mama, the surrogate, is Tone, and Tone lives here in Atlanta for whatever reason. Now, I could swear that she sat down with her and, and told her how she doesn't want to be involved with her in any other kind of way other than her having this baby. Okay, she is a surrogate. She is cutting off all them personal ties because it was blurring the edges, and she was having, difficulty, trying to maintain the professional part of this business transaction. Didn't she tell us that? Why is she introducing Tone to her friends? I said, K. Michelle, girl, maybe you just need to rethink this whole thing. Because this is opening up your personal life. These are my friends, introducing her to Carly and some other girl. I was just like, yeah, you say one thing, you do a complete other thing, and then you go off on Tone when she don't realize that or understand that she is, not your friend. So, but whatever, you guys. I mean, I guess it was just for the TV. Mona said, look, we got to finish up this shit. So, just sit down there and we're going to stuff some Yoni eggs, Yoni eggs up your cooch, and we'll see if we can get a little good TV out of that, okay? And I guess that was supposed to heal all of her insides. I don't want to make light of Yoni eggs or Yoni eggs, because I always actually have said that I would like to try, would like to try it. I mean, hey, it can't be a problem with stuffing a Yoni egg up there, to get it all together in there. I mean, why not? We see them stuff it up there. It's just shit that I'm just like, are we really watching this on TV? But like I said, Mona said, it's almost the end. Give me something. Now, Paris and Zell, you guys know that they live together. They sick of T being there. Tierra is, making everything a little bit too tight. On top of that, is Tierra trying to stay with Paris and Zell, the monster. She changes up the dynamics of their little love fest that the two of them have. Zell the monster is starting his fashion line. I forgot the name of it. East Side Lane. Child, don't give me the lion. Anyway, he's about to start his fashion line, and he's about to have a show for it. He's gonna have tryouts for his models today, and he tells Tierra that Booby is coming, and she's like, oh, Booby coming? Is he gonna take off his shirt? I was like, girl, you don't need to be worried about no man. That should be the least of your worries right now, okay? Even though Booby is something cute, but he's stupid, y'all. I'm telling you, he is dumb as rocks. If it ain't no woman he's fucking, I don't know what else he good for, child. So they tease her about Booby, and then she tells them that she's going to be working with Apple Watts on her next little album, song, EP, whatever it is. And Zelda Monster is like, what? I guess Zelda Monster would like us to believe that, I hadn't forgot that he even had a song with Alexa Sky. Somebody said it in my comments, and I still don't even know what the damn song was. I guess it was a diss record to Masika. But he's upset that Tierra didn't take him seriously enough with this music career. He said he not just a stylist, okay? That he got his music and he had then went and got some studio time, and Tierra didn't even show up. Now, I would be pissed about the studio time part as well. However, I don't think I would take Zell the monster all that seriously. If I was Tierra, I would have just showed up at the studio and worked on my shit, because we know she got some financial, she making ends meet is not her thing right now. He's all mad. How you gonna ask somebody that don't even care about you to do something when I'm your cousin, I'm your family, I'm like sitting right here? And she was just like, boy, bye. He was like, don't boy bye me. This is my house. You know how you got to start throwing around your weight. And so they get into this big argument, and he was like, see, that's exactly why I don't do families in my house. Okay. And Tierra was just like, see, this is the whole thing. Like, nigga don't need this. Who knew he was even serious about that shit? Okay. So everybody gets mad. It actually looked like a scene that started out scripted, and then it ended, kind of blew up even a little bit more than they expected it to. They was all like, get these cameras out my face. Bitch, don't tell us when to move these cameras. Okay. Who's paying the bills around here? Okay, Mona. Mona said these cameras gonna stay where the hell they want to stay. Later on, he's at his little tryouts for his fashion show, I guess, and Booby show up. All right, and they're like, oh, Booby, she's going to lift your shirt up. He's showing off, as cute as he can be. Okay, but really the only reason why he came was because he wanted to see Tierra, and they was like, Tierra is going to be upset that she wasn't here to see you. Okay, but Zell the monster told her to stay her ass away. He was like, what? That's the only reason why I came. Okay, we know. So Zell the monster goes and explains to him all of the reasons why he was upset with Tierra, and Booby was like, well, you can't keep holding everything in. How is she supposed to know if you don't say anything? She probably didn't even know that you were serious. I'm sorry, that is not the Houston. Ooh, this truck is gonna hit that car. Ooh, he's so close. I'm sorry. You hear that truck beeping? He is about to fuck up a Nissan like Altima or something. Anyway, you should have just told her that you were hurt. You shouldn't have went off on her and all of that. And Zelda Monster was, and Paris co-signed. She says, everybody, only gets to see Zell the monster. They don't get to see the man that's real, loyal and will give you the shirt off of his back, And I said, well, show us that person. We are willing to accept you as that person if you act like that person. If you always going off, always turning up, always ready to fight, always going off on somebody, then what the fuck are we supposed to think? Zelda Monster admits that he do go off on folks, but that's only because he does so much for other people and he realizes that they don't do the same for him. I said, you're going to be fighting for the rest of your fucking life if you doing things for people just so they can do the same for you in return. Learned a long time ago that people don't do the same as you. Okay. And you just have to do shit out of the kindness of your heart and don't expect nothing back. Otherwise, you're going to be mad for a long time. But guess what Booby and Paris said to him made sense. So now he's going to sit down with Tierra. Tierra said, listen, I can do whatever I want to do. I can work with apple, peach, pear, plum, banana, grapes, lemon, lime. What's another fruit? Peaches. Did I say that? She can do whatever she want, and Zelda Monster is not fixing to sit there and tell her who she can and can't work with. Okay. Zelda Monster says that maybe the fact that they sitting down outside of the limelight and, away from all of the hullabaloo and, people not going to be around and be in an audience and forcing him to want to turn up. Okay. Maybe they can have a sensible adult conversation now. So they sit down. And, it seems Zelda Monster has picked a quiet white restaurant. I said, that don't mean nothing. Y'all can tear up shit anywhere. I have seen it. It's been on for how many years has Love and Hip Hop been around? Yeah, we done seen them tear up the best. So, but they're going to try to have some sense while they're sitting here. So Zelda Monster starts off and says, I just was hurt that you wanted to work with Apple Watts when I'm your family and you know that I wanted to do this music thing too. And I'm providing for you and I'm trying to be there for you and you not really taking me seriously. And he's just tired of just having this reputation of being this monster. I was like, oh, did he hear that I called him? And that because he's really a good person. And she was just like, just what I've been telling you. She said people only see the aggressive side. They only see the mad side, the angry side. So that's what people have, summed you up to be. She tells him how she was hurt that he was all like, get out of my house. I mean, you in my house. Like, she don't need that kind of shit. She need love and support from her loved ones. I know him and Paris thinks that they doing some tough love talking to her, but she was just like, that shit is, that's hurtful to me. The shit that you guys be saying to me, talking to me all crazy. You saying this is your house and you have been in my place plenty times. It's been an open door. So, that shit wasn't cool either. And Zelda Monster agrees that he shouldn't have said that. He shouldn't have did that. Then the Happy Mona music comes on. This kind of music always comes on right at the last couple of episodes, you guys. It means that we are formally closing out the season. They apologize to each other and they make up and they move forward. Now, Lyrica, she has this thing that she is performing at the pre-ESPY event. She says this is big because if this goes well, that could mean she can go on tour. I don't know exactly why one thing means the next. Maybe one of you guys can explain that to me. But all the folks, the who's who from Love and Hip Hop Hollywood, they are there. And they are there to support their girl, including Diamonds and Pearls, who helps her behind the stage, the sound and all that. He want to talk about how big Lyrica done made him upset for coming at him a certain kind of way. And she was just like, let's just concentrate on the music today. That's their problems. They mixing business and pleasure all the goddamn time. Okay. So she gets out there on the stage, y'all, and she do some old mew, mew, pew, pew, baby talk. I was like, oh, she doesn't sound as good as she usually does. It almost sounded like she was getting winded. I didn't learn the song. It was something about why you gotta be so cold, why you gotta be so cold, why you gotta be so cold. It wasn't the regular Lyrica caliber, and I blame Diamonds and Pearls black ass for that. And speaking of Diamonds and Pearls, he said that, there's going another accident about to happen, and they still... Okay, child. Maybe over here was too much going on for me to try to get through this video. They wrote the song together because Diamonds and Pearls wants Lyrica to know that he's, not so cold. He don't want her to look at him as a cold person. And so she do her little song, and then when she finished, she says that it feels good to be back on stage, like she always says after every single time she's on stage, which seems like pretty often to me. And, I'm sorry, girl, these folks driving crazy through here. FedEx, you fuck up my car if you want to, okay? But she says no matter what, she's still a good mother and she's still a good artist. And from now on, she's going to put herself first. She got the things that we've been hearing for the last couple of years, too. But anyway, she goes backstage and Diamonds and Pearls, he feeling kind of frisky because I'm sure he was turned on by the fact that his wife, was up there on stage. Something about seeing your people perform, it makes you have a certain kind of appreciation for them, so they kick the cameras out. I guess they about to do a quickie or something. Now, outside, we've got Tierra Marie is out there with Apple. And like I just told you, they're going to be working together. I was like, that is so not a good idea. But Tierra says that she is attracted to her wildness, okay? To Tierra's one DUI, Apple saw her one and raised her another. She got 3 DUIs. And she just says that Apple is raw. I said, yeah, well, that would be one of the words that I would use to describe her. Now, Paris and Zelda Monster is there. And, Paris is like, is that Tierra over there? Okay, I'm doing this out of order, by the way. This actually happened before the conversation she had with Zelda Monster, but we just putting it all together this way, y'all. So she said she gonna go over there. You gonna come with me? Zelda Monster is her courage. And he was like, oh no, not the way you bitches be throwing water and throwing sodas and throwing drinks. Nope, I'm gonna stay over here. Just holler if you need me. So Paris goes over there and, Apple Watts is like, I don't even know what's about to go down. I'm ready for whatever. So Paris comes over there and she's just like, Apple, really? Okay, we doing this, like, we never had no problems with each other. We didn't have any beef with each other or anything. And, Apple Watts was like, you right. She was like, we would be in the studio together and, it would never be nothing. Are we friends? Well, no, not if you ask me. Sorry, I keep on shaking this damn camera. But Apple Watts was just like, we grown women. We can apologize to each other, so we can get out here and get this money. We done tied up another little problem there. So now Zelda Monster comes over. We all cool? Yeah, we all cool. So everybody hugs. And again, happy Mona music. Then here comes Lyrica and Diamonds and Pearls. I said, I can't take too much of this happiness. Apple Watts takes it upon herself to explain to them how strong they are. You fall down, but you get back up because, you guys are inspiration. I said, somebody get Apple. She is so LA. She's one of them real hood girls that, they be wanting to sound extra intelligent. And they actually are street smart, so they just can't put their words the way they really want to, but you understand what they say. And then again, one more time for the Happy Mona music. All's well that ends well. So we see Lyrica. And she's back at the hotel, y'all. She said that she's not naive enough to think that a man that continues to cheat over and over and over again is just gonna quit one day. So she gonna keep that ass at the hotel with baby Dap, and who is so cute. I was like, oh, he don't look like Mama Dap no more. He's starting to look more like Lyrica. She said she just gonna stay there. They gonna just co-parent each other, and we're just gonna do this family picnics and dates and see how that goes. I said, okay, girl, until when? Next season? And then you guys, your girl April and LTFP. I don't really have the patience. I don't even have the energy. Okay, let me just say it. So they're having a housewarming. April, I think part of the reason why she's so annoying is because she's so confrontational when she talks. I guess she's just on the defensive all the time. But, people that's coming to our housewarming party is people that care about us. And we know that, and anybody else, it don't matter. And so I feel like, bitch, calm down. The fuck you so riled up for? You the one put your shit out there. We wouldn't even care about it if y'all didn't talk about it every fucking week. whatever. They having this damn I'll say baby shower, housewarming. Paris comes, she has the big rose. It's not a rose sculpture, but they make the roses and put it on the words or the letters or whatever, and it said A2K, cute little ha 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 tee hee hee. I said it should have said A2LTFP. So I guess now Paris and April are back good with each other. And little tiny Fizzle Pop goes out on the balcony, and Mickey Monday is out there, and Fizz is all like, you can't help who you fall in love with. He can't worry about all the haters. The same shit that they say every fucking week. Every week. Anybody who continues to say that they not worried about something this much, you are worried. You are definitely worried. Mickey Monday says that he been knowing LTFP for a long ass time. He actually been knowing Moniece for a long ass time. He was just hoping that them two could come to some sort of conclusion where, he might have to swallow his pride, because Mickey said he got to do that with his baby mama sometimes. Just swallow the pride, for the best of the child. So he trying to tell little tiny Fizzle Pop what's what out there on that balcony. And then we see April talking to some man, whoever. He looked like Marcus Houston from Immature, or when they became IMX, I'm sorry, with that fucking hair or whatever. What was his name? I don't even remember. But again, it's more the same. He happened to be around, when her and Omariana were together, and he was friends with both of them. And then when they broke up, they friendship kind of suffered. But then he came back around because he just saw what she went through. Oh my God, I went through so much, and people didn't even know. We know now. That's one thing we do know. And she goes on and big up in herself and all of this. And I just was like, oh my God. We got it. I'm sorry, you guys, but I just can't keep talking about that same shit over and over. So then after that, everybody's in the kitchen kind of standing around. And, oh girl, I used to follow this girl on Snapchat, Carter. She's there. Okay. And I'm telling you, she used to have the most way out Snapchat. I think back in the day, some years ago, I told you guys about her Snapchat. I had to stop following because that shit, she was a stripper. I don't know if she still is or what, because I don't follow her any longer. But she was a stripper, and she used to have the most way out of control Snapchat streams. I remember on her Snapchat is where I actually saw Ridiculous. Remember Ridiculous, the one that used to suck his own ding that they was talking about on Real Housewives of Atlanta? She actually had his whole show. She was there where he was, or she was performing, and I saw the whole thing. And I'm talking about that thing was like this big, this long, and he just bent over and sucked. Girl, I'm telling you, the shit, you almost felt bad watching it. And one time she had a wedding that she was out here. It was like somebody's wedding, and that shit was out of control. And I was just like, I can't keep watching it. It was some foolishness. Anyway, that ain't got nothing to do with here. But I was surprised to see her. And then I remembered that she was actually in that video that went viral of April talking about people all wanting her pussy. Remember? So they asked her, why didn't you stop April? And she says, well, what people don't realize is that video was edited, and that she was being sarcastic, and that Moniece, it's clear that Moniece still wants Fizz. I was like, Moniece does not want LTFP. She does not want him. Okay. But they try. I said, you was not being sarcastic. Your ass was fucked up. Okay. And you was talking out the side of your neck. All right. And Carter didn't stop you because Carter thought the shit was funny. And so that's what that is. Like, you need to surround yourself around people that got your back a little bit more. But whatever. LTFP's sister's there, and she tells April how she's happy now that he's with somebody that has his back and all of that. And fine. If you love her so much, fine. But I'm telling you, I'm so sick and tired and sick and sick of them. Now, you guys, let's talk about this street fest that Jason Lee is giving. It's called the Real Street Fest. And he said it got to be a big thing because, you know, it's given by Hollywood Unlocked. So, you know, he got to keep his reputation up around the city. And wasn't it funny when he introduced Meg the Stallion and then we didn't see her? Meg was like, bitch, you ain't putting me on this damn show. You ain't got enough money. I was like, where is she? You know who else was there? Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Miss Nikki Baby doing better than ever. TT been staying over at my house ever since Zelda Monster kicked her out over some petty shit. And when I saw Miss Nikki Baby, I actually had a little old fonding for the old cast. I was like, they should bring her back. But you know who else is there? Moniece. And Jason Lee. Oh, God. You know, this is what reminds me of why I don't like him. Now, Moniece has already told us that she's not well, okay? And I think people realize that Moniece is not well mentally all the time. It annoyed me so much that they was really trying to pump her up. Like, April got you out here looking crazy. Like, when you gonna, you know, beat her ass, basically. You know? And it's just like, you guys are so toxic. You guys lead her down that path and she can't help her damn self. And the next thing you know, she acting a fucking fool. You know, she telling them about Jess Hilarious sending her those voicemails about April. And you guys remember, because we talked about this on Top of the Blogs when this happened. I was like, let me find out that this is some fake shit here. Okay, did y'all start all this shit up just so you can have it for the show? I'm starting to get a side eye. So she's telling them all the shit that Jess had said. You know, and that's why Jason was so pumped up, because he was like, you out here for real with the foolishness, okay? Really spreading the rumors and the gossip and all of that, okay? That's a woman he can grow to love. Tierra's the only one that was there that was just like, yeah, I don't know if this was a good idea, you leaking these voicemails. Like, you know, you need to try to get yourself back to a good mental state. And definitely, this ain't the way to do it. But Moniece is fully in it right now, so she can't help herself. Mickey Monday was like, come on, Mo, you know, I've been knowing you guys for a long time. There's no way that you can even work around trying to be cordial. And she was like, you know, we be fine. We'll be fine until he get a new bitch. And then, you know, here we go again. All of the drama that goes on with him, it upsets the little boy, their son. And he be so worried about little tiny fizzle pop, you know, that it's starting to affect him. And so that's where she just can't, you know, she can't let bygones be bygones if it's going to affect her child. It then got to the point now where she says that if they can't have one more sit down and talk about it, then she gonna file for full custody. You probably wouldn't get it, but you can do that anyway. So then we see April, and she's talking to little tiny fizzle pop about, like, damn, Jess Hilarious is supposed to be her homegirl, and, you know, for her to send Moniece these voicemails and for Moniece to release them, you know, she just feeling like, I can't really trust nobody. I said, yeah, girl, even though I don't like April, that's some fucked up shit, okay? That's supposed to be your homegirl, even if you guys are in a fight. I'm supposed to just go and tell all of your damn business. So next thing we see Jess Hilarious walking there. And I said, oh, Jess, I know you're not fixing to sit up here and do what I think you're going to do. She come in there and she got her tail tucked between her legs and she's apologizing, you know, for the stuff that she said. She said that half of it wasn't even true. She was just making up stuff because she was mad at April. And Moniece had called her and was asking. I said, oh, no. See, you gonna take this big L if you really honestly want us to believe that you are sitting here admitting that you making up shit about her because you was mad. Either this shit is all scripted, and I'm starting to believe from the very beginning that Moniece probably don't even have a problem with April and little tiny fizzle pop. Like, what is happening here that Jess Hilarious then came on this show and made herself look so silly? Like, why would you sit up there and say that you made it? That is high school. How old are we? She's not in her 40s or nothing. She might not even be in her 30s, but she's old enough to be like, oh my God. And, you know, she was just like, I'm sorry, you know, and I just was like, I hope they paid you good money to sit up there and act like you did something like this. That shit was ridiculous. So then LTFP was like, well, you know, just come and sit down and have you a glass of wine. I'm about to go on inside for a little while. So then April was like, so you're going to have to explain to me why you thought it was okay to call Moniece. And Again, she's just all humble and she's all like, I'm so sorry. You know, it wasn't even true. You know, I just don't even know why I did it. And all this. I said, girl, you are really making yourself look crazy. She was just angry, but how do we move forward? You know, and April was just like, well, you know, to tell you the truth, Jess, I got to just wait and see. You know, I do love you as a homegirl and everything, but, you know, if a motherfucker gonna be stabbing me in the back every 15 minutes, then maybe I need to rethink this whole thing. You know, Jess Hilarious, she understands. I said, girl. April asked her, well, what are you gonna do about Moniece? And Jess gonna have the nerve to say that she gonna pull up on that bitch. Why? You're the one told her everything. If this even is indeed true, you the one that ran your mouth and thought it was okay to tell Moniece everything. I mean, fuck, you should know by now that shit was gonna get released. I was watching that. I said, these motherfuckers is trying to pull the wool over our eyes now. I know y'all don't think we this stupid. I know Jess is not this childish to do something like this. Okay, I'm about sick of April and LTFP. I was over it, you guys. I was over it. All right, you guys, let me get off of here. I'm about to give me some Chipotle. Y'all know I love this place. I got to come at least once a week and take it on back to work. Make sure that you rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I'm itsrox. The channel is for itsrox, and everything else I do will be in the bottom bar. All right. So I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day, and I plan on doing the same. Till next time, rock stars. Bye.